Trauma and your relationship with God. I'm Dr. B, psychiatric nurse practitioner with over 20 years of clinical experience, and I created choice mapping. Choice mapping makes you mentally stronger, and I truly believe that. And I made it for you. We produce videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Subscribe, like, share. It's all about these techniques to be mentally stronger. Today I'm talking about trauma and your relationship with God. And we have to acknowledge that trauma definitely affects your relationship with God. In choice mapping, during the thought map process, we map out our feelings. And the last question is, how does that make you feel about God? Or has God ever made you feel that way? And it's very important that that piece is in there. And this is not proselytizing. I'm not telling you what to believe. I am saying that we all need to address our spiritual health. We all need to address where we have spiritual conflict. And I can tell you there are so many of my patients who, when we ask that question, I don't believe in God. But it's not a true statement. It is I'm so angry that that's going to be my response, right? And when we ask them a little bit about that, I have often heard, well, I was praying when I was being raped, or when I was being molested, or when I was being beaten, and God didn't answer. And it just kept happening again and again. And I don't have an answer for you. However, we can't ignore that time that you reached out to God and He was not there for you. We talk about God being a comforter and a protector. And if you want a genuine relationship with God, you have to acknowledge and confront that He was not a protector, that He was not a comforter in that time. And you may not get an answer that is justified or whatever. But if you struggle with that, if that's real for you, I encourage you and even challenge you to go there with God, because He's big enough. If He says He is who He says He is, He can handle that. And if you want a genuine relationship, then you have to acknowledge that happened. And I also see on the other extreme, believers who are very strong in their faith, and they will not say anything negative about God. They will only quote scriptures or quote things that they believe, that they, these positive affirmations that they've told themselves over and over again. And that's good. I'm not saying that those things are not true or not real. I'm saying it's not about religion, it's about relationship. And to have a true and genuine relationship with anyone, including God, you have to be real. And if these horrible things happen to you, you need to work that out with God. Just like, I'll give an example of someone who was molested over a long period of time, and a parent knew about it. And a parent continued to not protect this child. And as an adult, you forgive that parent and you have a relationship with that parent. But if you didn't actually confront it and work through it with that parent, do you have a truly, genuinely close relationship? And so I just challenge you that God is big enough for that. Maybe your parent's not big enough for that. And that's could be very true. But God is big enough for you to be genuine and truly let Him go deep and heal that. But you got to be real. And so these videos are about how to be mentally stronger, right? I'm not saying that everybody has to do this. This is a big one. But if you truly want to take that next step with your relationship with God, and you have experienced this horrible trauma, go to Him in a real way and work this out, process this. and make it a real relationship. It's about a relationship with God, not a religion. And I do believe that your spiritual health is a part of your mental strength. And this is, again, not proselytizing. You were created to have a relationship. And so take that time and figure that out, because you are mentally strong.